Hey, Rob, why do you think students ought to take our course?
Was that the question? Or was
that was my question. Why do you think students ought to take our course?
Okay, well, if you think about the old cliche of the fish and asking the fish about its world, the fish is going to tell you about everything except water, because the fish takes water completely for granted. For us, the water is material culture, or the materials, the things that make up our world. You cannot understand the world we live in today without understanding the materials that are at the heart of that world. If you don't understand their scientific properties, their engineering properties, and also understand their historical backgrounds.
I think you should choose this course because you're really getting the best of several worlds. So you're getting this broad perspective of human history, but you're thinking about it in terms of real material questions that are affecting the world today. So it's an opportunity to think about not just where we've all come from, but also where we're going.
This is probably going to be the most fun course you ever take at the University of Michigan. We have a blast in this course because we learned so much, and you really just have to sit back and listen to most of it. It doesn't really require a massive amount of work. The level, the depth of the material is very shallow, but we're very broad, and it's a course about perspective. I think that's the best way.
Work. And the work is changing your perspective. That's the hardest work of the class is within yourself, changing the way you see the world and your place in it.
So for me, it's been really interesting. As an archaeologist, I tend to think way back into the deep past, and I can get really separated from how these kind of questions of the ways that people have interacted with their world, how those really come into the problems in the world that we're facing today. So as an archaeologist, I've loved getting to sort of see how this broad picture of human history actually has some common threads to it that can help us solve problems in our world today.
Some of you might wonder about how much science you need to understand the science side of this. And actually, there's not that much. Pretty much what you learned in high school is more than sufficient. I do hope you all remember the periodic table and know what the symbols mean. We've had some issues in the past.
You won't have to memorize it.
You don't have to memorize it. But, you know, things like Ni or nickel, that's pretty easy. But iron is Fe because it's Latin. It's ferrous. And things like tungsten are W, and that's German for wolfram. And so a lot of these historically have come in. And it's kind of interesting that the way we talk about modern materials, we still hold on to these ancient pasts of what they were named way back when people first discovered them.
And we'll explain it all.
Yes, so don't worry about anything. And we're always available. We love to talk about this, as you can tell. So if anyone has any questions, we would love to hang out with you, and hopefully COVID will be behind us and we can maybe meet you in coffee shops for office hours and not on Zoom.